Hello, I'm Rose, and I am the founder of L.P.I, which is right here. Today I'm here to discuss about a topic that I went on ahead and put on our social media, a poll for people to vote, and that way we can get more ideas of what people really want to hear. Mind you, not many people voted, but I mean, the people that did it, that's what really counts, and I guess that's exactly what they do want to hear. So I'm here to discuss on what to expect in a haunting. Alright, so there are many things to expect. First things first, a haunting is actually very rare to come across. To be quite honest, we could be having spirits around us and we don't even know. I mean, 'tis true, but tis true. What to expect in a haunting, I think what's very important if you think you are experiencing some sort of haunting is write everything down. Write everything down to the T. Now, mind you, if in the basement you're hearing some banging noises in the middle of the night and stuff like that, that could probably be easily explained. Believe it or not, it could probably be a pipe, or it could be that old house. I mean, there's a million reasons for that to be become of. So before you go jumping into conclusions, suspecting that the house might be haunted or that you might be having something creepy going on downstairs, we just never know. It's very important for you to examine the area where you're hearing or having some disturbances from. It's important that you go on ahead and check your pipes and check all your other good stuff. Go down there and try to debunk it yourself. Debunking means, in other words, is put that suspicion away or something. Like, I'm pretty sure if you guys watch Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters, people will be like, that's debunked, you know. Oh, we saw a shadow. Oh, but that's Aaron's shadow. Debunked. Oh, look, somebody skedaddling. You hear that? It's outside, it's a car. Debunked. So I'm sure you've heard this whole debunk word. Debunk is a very strong word. Just so you know, things can be very easily explained. Whether it could be the attic, you're hearing some creaking or something like that. It's important that you try to debunk this first before you jump into conclusions thinking that I probably got some spirit up in here, you know? Just saying. So let's go ahead and put that as disclaimer and say that, for example, you still are having issues. This could be true. So since you might be experiencing that, first things first, before I get into this, I found, you know, on the internet some sources that have helped me out for me to better explain this to you guys. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this video or whatever you like, I'll put the link below on where I did find out this information so that way it could help you. First things first, write everything down. It's important for you to write everything down. Let me explain why. By writing everything down, you're able to have a better explanation not only for yourself, but to the people that you are explaining it to. Mind you, it's very important to be detailed about it, because that way people don't think that you're just making things up on the top of your head. If you can be like, okay, I hear this at this time. For example, say every night at 3 o'clock in the morning, witching hour, you hear this precise bang, and it bangs, say, 13 times, and you notice you're counting it 13 times. Then all of a sudden you hear shuffling in the hallways, and then just say that the shuffling in the hallways are becoming more persistent. By you writing down these details, not only is it better for you to have a better understanding what type of haunting this can be, but also what you're experiencing, you're able to explain it better to a professional or to a person for them to better understand you. By writing things down, it does help a lot. Not only will it help you, but it's going to help the person you explain it to. Number two, if you do feel like that haunting is persistent, or you're just afraid because you don't understand what the heck is going on, seek a professional. For example, like me. You can seek a professional or ask a friend, or you know what, you can do it yourself. If you really feel like that this is becoming a little too much and you're just like, oh my god, what do I do? Well, I think it's best to kind of test it out yourself. If you want it to be the easy way, some paranormal teams charge dinero to do this. Our team doesn't. We're not ones to be like, yo, so we came here, we found nothing, so this is $35.95 an hour. No, that's just not the way we work. basically we take donations, whether it's $1, $2, $3, it just goes into our equipment. And even at that, you don't have to donate. We're just here to really help you out. But if you donate, you help us out a bit. But it depends on the type of person you are looking for. So I think it's very important to have some sort of evidence before you seek out a professional. Not only is this going to help the professional, it's also going to help you determine and be like, is this a haunting? Or is it just the house being creepy? That's the only way you'll know anything. When I say as into going ahead and getting that source of information by yourself, if you have a camera, preferably night vision, say that 3 o'clock basement banging noises is so consistent, get a camera, a handy dandy camera, preferably night vision. Now the new cameras that they make nowadays, they don't bring night vision. I don't know why. I tried going to Best Buy to look for one, and no. They have the GoPros, they have like these nice fancy schmancy cameras, but they don't have night vision. I don't know if it's because it was like a 1960 kind of thing where the Blair Witch Project was very popular, but they don't do it anymore. Just kidding. It is very hard to find a camera that does have night vision. Night vision is just something a lot better for you to see, because honestly, if you buy a camera and it has no night vision and you put it in your basement at night, you will see nothing. So it is very important for you to go on ahead and have a camera that has night vision. Or, I mean, you could be ghetto as hell, and if you want your electricity bill up high, then you could go on ahead and just put it on there and see what happens. I mean, your light bill gonna hate you, and yeah, you'll be able to see, but trust me when I say night vision is better, especially if it's some sort of spirit. I mean, if there's gonna be a light there, I don't know what type of spirit it is. You don't know what type of spirit it is. You don't know what you're dealing with. So maybe it might be like, yeah, this light is not cool. It's just invading my space. So just for an example, if you are gonna get a camera, please get a night vision camera. And there are plenty of places to go, like the pawn shop. If you go to the pawn shop, a lot of the pawn shops, if you notice nowadays, carry the old cameras. Dun 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 dun! They have night vision. So that's just an example. Not only is it cheap and affordable, but it's got night vision. Just make sure if you do get a camera, night vision is your GoPro. Alright, second option is a recording. You can get all recordings pretty much anywhere, from Walmart, from online. I suggest online because it's cheaper. Best Buy, ridiculous pricing, but Best Buy is awesome. And there's other sources too. I preferably say to go online. That's the best bet. Pawn shops, some pawn shops, I'm not sure exactly what kind, but some pawn shops, they do have the recorders. They're like, you know, they could be this small. Oh, Ghost Stop isn't a great example. It's a ghost shop area for you to be able to go to buy all kinds of equipment for when it comes to ghost hunting. But if this is just you trying to experience to kind of debunk it, or just to be like, okay, yeah, this is not getting better, and I checked all my pipes and still nothing's working. Ghost Stop is kind of pricey itself, but it's a good place for you to go. You can get a little recorder and basically just leave it there in the basement. I mean, I know you might be scared, so I hope you got good batteries that will last the whole day. I mean, if not, then just wake up at like maybe a few hours or a few minutes before 3 o'clock and be like, okay, I'm going to just go downstairs with courage, with the light on and the flashlight. I'll put this recorder right here. See, I've actually done the recorder before because I was having experiences in my own place, and it was me and the co-founder, and by surprise and by mistake, we accidentally left it there at night, not thinking about it, and we've caught some really interesting things. So the recorder does go a very long way. So that's another option too, if you're like, I don't want to get a camera, I don't necessarily need it, it is not HD quality. I mean, that's fine. It's whatever's up to you. By having evidence, you're able to display this to yourself and be able to grow more knowledge to these things by able to research or to seek a professional like me. When you seek a professional, they're going to be able to help you in determination is, this might be serious, Sir Eric. Yeah. One thing's for sure. Do not jump into conclusion. Rule number 3. Jumping into conclusions is only going to stress you out, especially if you could be very timid as it is. You don't want to stress out. We got enough things going on as it is, being us good American folks. on stress. You got bills, you got children, you got a wife, you got a husband, you got... Let me exclude that out. Alright, but on a serious note, you don't need to stress yourself out. It's unnecessary. Trust me when I say this. So I think it's best before you start jumping and be like, oh my lord, it could be a demon, what are we gonna do? Do not jump into that conclusion, because first things first, that is not cool. Not cool. And second thing, in order to get to those type of measurements, that takes a lot of, evidence as well. I think it's best for you to remain calm. Reason for you to remain calm is because, first things first, you don't want to stress. And here comes to the conclusion number 4. Whatever it is that is possibly haunting the home or you is going to feed off your energy. Number 4, energy. You have to remain calm as much as possible. Because if you keep freaking out by hearing all these noises at night, you're paranoid to go downstairs, any sort of emotion, it could probably be feeding off of it. So therefore, by you just freaking out and be like, oh my god, here comes the banging, or I know it's coming, you're gonna stress yourself out. It's not worth it. Heart disease is a very, very, very serious thing, and you honestly don't want to do that to yourself. It's best to try to remain calm. It could probably be nothing. It could honestly be just a residual haunting, which we'll talk more about that later on in the future. But if you want to look more information about different type of hauntings, this is probably the next thing that I'll try to come up with my video. I'll help you out. But remain calm. That is a very important thing. Please, 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 please remain calm. By doing all these things, what to expect in a haunting could be various of things, which comes to rule number 5. Alright, what to expect in a haunting. Unusual things that normally don't happen in a normal day. For example, like that knocking or that banging on the basement every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then the shuffling in the hallways at a precise time and it lasts too long. I mean, if you try debunking it, and you've got some evidence and you're like, okay, this is still consistent, it doesn't stop, you're using everything that you can, and you're like, okay, so I do have a spirit, what do I do? That's where I said you seek the professionals. Hopefully by this time you show enough evidence, you have everything written down in documents, so you could be able to show the professionals, okay, what is this? Now, before you jump into getting a priest thinking, like I said, it is something way worse than what it could seem. It is best to try to seek a professional near you that is willing to help you investigate the home. By this, most investigators have better equipment. Not to say that what you got from the store is not evidence enough. Those things do help. But with their knowledge and their skills, they're able to better you and what you're expecting. Okay, well, it could be many different type of hauntings as well when you're expecting, what to expect in a haunting. For example, maybe it's just a residual haunting, which I'll sum it up for you. It's basically repeating its same steps over and over and over and over before it even passed. With that saying, it could be a malicious spirit, sorry if I didn't say that right, or it could be possibly worse. But before we jump into conclusions, like I said, the professional needs to know what kind of information could you gather for them, what can they do. It's very important, and I'm not gonna, please, I don't hope no one gets offended. Professionals are going to ask you questions as into, does anybody have a mental illness, does this person have schizo, does this, does that. It's only because they want to make sure before they get all into this is that they're making sure that the human being is actually okay themselves. To expect in a haunting, like I said, is unusual things. If you notice that the disturbance is getting worse, or if it's just the same thing happening over and over again and there's just no reasoning or explanation to as in why, this is what's going to help you. Like I said, writing down information. Make sure you get details of your information. Seek a professional. Make sure that you seek a professional. But before you seek a professional, make sure that you gather evidence. Please make sure that you gather some sort of evidence to prove to the professional that something's going on. Just some professionals will still go as if none, none expected, or as into this is kind of helping them out. They have sort of an idea where to go, where's the location. Remember to remain calm, because if you don't remain calm, it's going to feed off your energy. You could possibly make it worse, or you're just feeding it exactly what it's needing for to make itself visible. And like I said, It's all depending on what type of haunting. So there are many things to expect, whether they're good or bad. They could be very simple. If you see, like I said, that it is coming into extreme measures where it's making somebody very sick, that the house is getting worse, the eruptions are getting worse, it is best to seek out a professional as soon as possible. When you see that somebody's being affected really bad or things are getting out of control, and I mean they're progressing worse, you need to seek a professional. That's when it's becoming a danger zone. And I'm not going to say that it could be demonic or this or that, because honestly, I don't know what it could be. But it's very important that you do seek out for help. Well, that's what it is for today. I am Rose. I am the founder of the L.P.I. I really hope that this video helps out everyone. I really hope that you like and subscribe. So please link down below the like, and please subscribe, because there's going to be many more awesome videos on different type of topics. I really hope that this helps out. Remember, this is all from my knowledge and what I do seek online. You know, I do the best that I can, so please don't quote me on it. I'm just hoping that I could be able to help others. Take care. Have a great day.